Hello boss babes and bosses out there. In this video, I'm going to talk about money in freelancing. Nakapanood ba kayo ng video na to? I want you to watch that video kasi ang KMJS, nag-feature sila ng virtual assistant na from hirap talaga. Tapos sa pagiging virtual assistant, nakapundar na sila ng bahay, may mga negosyo na sila, kotse, yung ganun. Like, very inspiring talaga siya for me. So if you are still someone who wants to join the VA industry or the freelancing industry, or maybe you are still starting, or maybe you are already a seasoned virtual assistant or someone who works online already, nakaka-inspire talaga. Like, I want to watch a lot of videos, something like this, like from zero to hero kind of story. With that being said, I've already created a video na mga things that you need to know if you want to enter freelancing. You can check out this video here. And I already made a couple of videos now when it comes to money and freelancing. So now I'm gonna share something different that I think you guys, especially if you are still an aspiring freelancer or you are still starting sa freelancing industry, I think this video would be really helpful for you. So yeah, let's dive in. So for the first tip, I would say have other source of income. Yes, have other source of income. There are a lot of ways to have other source of income, to be honest. Tiyaga lang, effort lang ang need, time lang ang need. Kasi again, I would really say that being a freelancer, being a virtual assistant, or being a social media manager, income fluctuates. So in order for you na hindi ka matakot na, hala, baka wala na akong money next month kasi hindi pa nag-renew si client or may bigla ang end of project, yung mga ganun. One thing that I would highly recommend, selling digital products or digital graphic templates. Especially if you're really good in graphics, I would really say it's really a good passive income. Next one is yung affiliate marketing then. So this one is for content creators. If you are doing vlogs, if you're doing video, kasi marami ng mga video content creators na ngayon, especially sa TikTok. Kasi TikTok is really known for affiliate marketing. You can also do that. It's a passive income as long as that content is already posted. Like, as long as may mag-buyer sa link na yan, then it's already good. You can already earn money from that. Those are mga passive income that I would highly recommend. Pwede din na mag-add ka ng services or have multiple clients. Before, what I really did is that I always picture na may at least 3 clients akong handle every single day. Kung hindi man siya daily, at least weekly siyang nagbibigay ng task. I always just look for projects. I always look for clients. At least 2 to 3 or 4, 5 as long as kaya kong i-handle ng mga clients. Kahit full loaded yung schedule ko, always pa rin akong nagbibid ng mga projects because I really think na sometimes meron talagang unexpected na i-end the projects and hindi ko gusto magkaroon ng anxiety when it comes to, oh my God, wala na akong money kasi isa lang yung source of income. So yeah, I would highly recommend that you also do that. And then ngayon, nag-venture na din ako when it comes to digital products, coaching, as well as affiliate marketing. And this, my YouTube channel, you guys, thank you so much for subscribing. And thank you so much for always watching my videos. Feel free to ask kung meron kayong mga need na i-clarify or mga questions sa mga topic natin. Feel free to message us sa Facebook page para masagutan namin ang mga questions nyo. There are a lot of ways on how to earn passive income, so you try that. It's more likely kailangan lang ng effort, time, hindi necessary na maglabas ka talaga ng money. For me, at least, I'm not spending money to do my passive income. So hopefully you can also do that. Speaking of having multiple clients, receiving money from sponsors, nagsasponsor sa video mo, if you're a content creator, yung mga ganon, be wise in the platform that you are using when sending and receiving money internationally. Most of us freelancers talaga, we are so concerned kung magkano yung transaction fee and how much yung conversion rate. So the platform that I'm talking about is Native Teams. So for Native Teams kasi, ang kaibahan niya is that you will just pay for $19 per month and then lahat na ng mga transactions when you are going to send money and when you are going to receive money from kahit anong currencies from different countries, wala siyang bayad. Yes. So, if you're having multiple clients, tapos yung isa nasa Australia, ang isa nasa, let's say, Singapore, ang isa sa Switzerland, yung ganon, you will not have to pay for the transaction fee. You just have to pay for the $19 per month. Yes. Kasi most of the other payment gateways, like yes, they're also good, but mostly yung transaction fee, it depends on how much the amount na ma-receive mo. So, kakalta sila ng at least 3 to 4%. If ever makaka-receive ka ng let's say $1,000 USD, kakaltasan yan ng 3 to 4%. Like, let's say, makaka-receive ka ng $1,000 4 times in just 1 month. So, imagine if always kang makaka-receive niyan every month from different clients, ang laki din ng binayaran mo. Kaya na yung mag-compute. Kasi, hindi ako magaling sa mind computation lang. So, it's just really better na lang to pay the $19 per month and then wala ka nang babayaran when it comes to transaction fees and then mas mataas pa yung conversion rate. And, hindi na necessary ni client na magkaroon ng native teams. You would just really have to send all your details kay client na naka-register sa native teams nyo and that's it. So just super easy to use. I'm gonna put a link below so that you can try it for free. So the third tip that I would say if you are now earning money online as a freelancer is to save money and invest para sa equipment nyo as a freelancer. If ngayon ang ginagamit nyo na laptop is hindi pa pang heavy duty, like pang simple task lang, try saving for a good laptop talaga or a good computer talaga na makakagawa ka ng mga maraming task na hindi siya maglalag, mas maganda yung output, yung gano'n. Kasi that's one thing talaga I did nung nakakapag-ipon na talaga ako is I made sure na ina-upgrade ko yung mga gamit ko when it comes to income generation. So for example, ginamit ko na laptop before when I was starting pa sa freelancing is yung hand-me-down laptop na binigay sa akin ng auntie ko. It was, I think, already 10 years old laptop na. It still works, yes, but my problem is that naglalag na siya, especially if marami ng tabs na naka-open. It would be a hassle talaga to complete a task because of that. So, I said to myself, I need to upgrade better laptop para mas madami ako magawa and mas maganda yung output ko and mas masasatisfy si client kasi madali akong natapos and all. So, yan yung laptop nyo. Kung always kayong nagko-call, invest for a good headset na may noise reduction. If always kayo nakaupo lang, invest for a good setup na mamomotivate kayo mag-work. If mainit sa bahay nyo, invest for an aircon. Yan yung ginawa ko before. Like, wala kaming aircon before. Tapos, always lang ako nasa bahay. Like, literally 24/7. Yes, 24/7. Lumalabas lang ako pag pupunta ng church, pupunta ng mall, mag-grocery, yung ganun. Pero anything than that, wala. Bahay lang talaga ako, always nag-work. And then, super napakainit. So, one thing talaga na iniisip ko, I need to buy aircon talaga para makapag-focus ako mag-work. Kasi hindi na ako nakaka-focus because sa init. So, ayun. Anything na makapag-help sa'yo na maging focus ka, maging mas productive ka, mas maging creative ka sa work mo, then invest. Invest ka sa mga bagay na yan. It's not something na parang waste of money. As long as it will help you become productive, then go. Buy it. So, for the fourth one, to have at least 3 months emergency fund. Minimum na yung 3 months. You will give yourself a buffer of 3 months kung mawalan ka ng clients, like 0 talaga. At least, meron kang emergency fund na pangbabayad sa mga bills mo, pang groceries, kasi hindi naman magsa-stop ang bills mo kasi nawalan ka ng client or kasi wala kang projects for this month, yung gano'n. So, you have to have emergency fund. It will make you feel safer na okay lang kahit wala akong projects for this month kasi meron kang emergency fund na pwede mong magamit kung hindi ka pa makakuha ng projects, diba? Yeah, that's the truth. Nag-fluctuate talaga ang income ng mga freelancers. It depends projects, it depends kung makakuha ng clients. Maybe you are asking how you are going to know how much you are going to save or amount ng emergency fund mo. It depends. It varies. You just have to compute kung magkano talaga yung expenses mo every month. Like, necessary expenses, meron ka bang rent na binabayaran, phone na binabayaran, internet, groceries, groceries, yung mga ganun. You just have to compute all the necessary bills talaga. And then, i-times 3 mo lang kung gusto mo ng 3 months. Or times 6 kung gusto mo ng 6 months. Yung ganun. And then, ilagay nyo lang sa bank nyo. Like, parang pang-emergency lang talaga. Like, mababawasan lang yan kung may emergency talaga na nangyari at need mo siyang kunin. Like, for example, nga, kung nawalan ka ng client at wala kang panggastos for that specific month. So, yeah, I hope that's clear. Tip number 5, don't forget to pay voluntarily sa SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig, and to have insurance. And, wag niyong kalimutan, magbayad kayo ng tax. It's either you will really register your freelancing as business talaga or you're going to pay voluntarily as an individual. It's really up to you. You can ask a bookkeeper, you can ask an accountant kung ano yung gusto nyong gawin. I would highly recommend that if you are planning to travel na kailangan ng visa. Yes, malaki talaga siya na impact na ma-approve ka if makita nila that you are paying good when it comes to your taxes. If you're going to ask me kung paano ko siya ginagawa or yung mga ganon, I would highly recommend to ask a bookkeeper or accountant kasi lesson learned talaga ako dyan, bosses. Like, nakapay ako ng malaking penalty because mali pala yung ginagawa ko. So, yeah, I would highly recommend that you guys contact sa mga taong expert talaga sa mga ganyan. So again, don't forget to pay yung mga SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, yung insurance nyo, basta tax, huwag nyo kalimutan ng tax. I guess that's that. I really hope that this video gives you clarity when it comes to money. And then I would highly recommend you guys to watch my other videos. Itong mga videos nito na nagtutalk ako when it comes to money matters in freelancing. So yeah, if you like this kind of video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And comment down below if you still have any questions with regards to freelancing, virtual assistants, social media kind of thing. And don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page at BossedUp PH. And we also have a Facebook group, I'm Ready to Boss Up by 𝐵RICSUY. And for the paid one, Becoming a Social Media Manager, follow us on our Instagram accounts at 𝐵RICSUY and at BossedUp PH. And yeah, hope to see you on my next one. Bye!